Hi, and thanks for looking at another vendorbid.com.au tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be looking at listing your property for a sale auction or a rental auction. So if you're looking for an agent to either manage your property or sell your property, then this is the process that you would go through. Keep in mind we are in the demo system, so while a couple of the things may be slightly different to the live system, the process will be identical. So let's get underway. We are logged in our account. This is Jim's account that we're logged into. So we'll click the list a property. We'll go through the sale process here. Again, the mandatory fields are indicated by the asterisks next to each of the areas. So if you've got a unit number or if it's just a street number, we'll say it's 123 Smith Street. Put in as much details as you can. These details won't be disclosed in the public part of the auction, but they will be disclosed to obviously any agents you decide to interview further on. Keep in mind that our terms and conditions do state that you can't put any indicating addresses in the photos or in any of the descriptions publicly. So we'll say that this property is in Victoria, and we'll go the 3030 postcode. You can either type the number direct in or scroll down, and then that will open up the options for the other suburbs within that postcode. We'll take Point Cook for this one. As far as the property type, obviously going through the process will be a little bit quicker than what we are going through because we'll stop at each point. From this point with the property type, we have house, apartment, or unit, acreage, land only, large development site, commercial land, and then commercial not land. So if we were to select acreage, it would then change, or land of any sort, it will change the block type to rectangular, square. You can select there. That's pretty much the only mandatory part for the block, and outside of obviously the size and style of the land. Frontage, if you want to put it in, if it's fully fenced, partially fenced, if you've got a crossover on the property, and obviously if titles have been released. So if you've got something that you've purchased and you're wanting to put it back on the market, that may be an option for you. In commercial, not land, then you've also got the year that was being constructed, the land size, building size, the zoning if it's biz or industrial, etc., and also the actual type of the property, whether it's rural, warehouse, car parks, and obviously in some states energy rating is a necessity when marketing a property. So for this we'll go into a residential property. We'll select house and we'll say it's a 3-bedroom property. If it's any more than what you've got in the drop downs, you can always add it into your description further down. We'll say we've got a study, the bathrooms, living areas might be lounge rooms, entertaining areas, the year it was built, does it have a pool, yes or no, the size of the building. Now the size of the building is square meters. If you're from the old school and you deal in squares, a square meter to a square, there are approximately 9.3 square meters per square. So if you've got a 10 square house, you have 93 square meters. So we'll say this is just on average 150 square meters. The land size is either hectares, acres, or square meters. We'll say it's pretty much a standard block. Occupancy, from here you've got a couple of options. We've got owner occupier, tenanted or vacant. Owner occupier is obviously if you're living in the property specifically, or if it's tenanted. In rent per week, we'll put 260. And then we can also mention the length of the lease on the property. So if it's just a periodical, leave it as this month, or alternatively you might go forward selecting March, and done. The condition of the property. Now on the condition of the property we can select needs work, average, or new. So this property is average. From here there is one slight difference with property management. So if you are looking for a property manager, you will have the option to select whether it's currently vacant, private rental, or under management with someone else at the moment. The preferred method is, do you want to look at an auction for your property? Do you want to look at a private sale? Maybe you'd like to look at a tendering if it's a commercial property, or you're open to agent feedback. So if you'd like the experts to come through, people who you obviously hire that know the area and also what the buyers are doing at the moment, you may just leave it up to them for further discussion. Time of sale, when you're looking to put it on the market, now less than 1 month, 2 to 3 months, in the next 6 months, or 6 months plus. Again, this will give buyers an idea if you are looking to pick up buyers through the system as well. You have some buyers that have sold their property and they've got maybe 120-day settlement. They may be able to pre-register for your property and then come through, and by the time you come on the market they're ready to know about the property through your agent that you select. When selecting an outcome, try and keep a 10% range. So we might say that this property is 380. to 410. Try and put in a single photo as well, preferably an internal photo. It'll give the agent and buyers an idea of the styling of the property. Auctions that have that photo will probably get more inquiry as well. We are naturally, as humans, lean towards visual imagery. You do also have the option to put in extra photos, which we can discuss in another tutorial video further on. There is an additional cost for the extra three photos, but that is further discussed in the upgrade option tutorial. So for this, we'll just put in the one photo. Short description might be about the property, close to shops and schools. You might talk about a large entertaining area and room for a pool. You might even want to mention about the agent looking for an experienced agent. Again, don't mention your address. Keep in mind that agents and buyers will be looking through this as well. If you do put your address up, it is against our terms, but ultimately you don't want people knocking at your door at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. We also have feature options, urgent options and sealed options. Again, these are user definable. There is an extra charge for these. However, we do discuss those in further detail. Keep in mind that the whole process can be travelled through from start to finish without any cost to you as the vendor or even the agents as they bid on your property. There is a lead fee that will be payable by agents or professionals if they succeed in getting you the outcome you're looking for, at which time we deal with that separately from yourself, so there is no additional cost to yourselves. Have a read of our terms and conditions, our privacy policy. There are hot links to those places there as well. If you're happy with them, accept them, and then just select the button to post the auction. Once you've posted the auction, you will be taken through to the details page for service providers, where if you need a conveyancer and that, you can ask that they contact you. If not, just have a check off on the submit button without ticking any of the boxes, and you'll proceed through to back to your client page, which, as you'll see, it says photo property added successfully. Keep in mind that when you do go through and press the post-auction page, it will take probably about 15 or 20 seconds to take that next step, as it does update our database and collate the information, etc. But you'll see activity on your web browser. From there, we can then close that little button. If you want, you can look at My Property, and we scroll down, and there we have it. We have the property in Point Cook listed with our photo. From there. Now we also have inviting agents to bid. We'll talk about that in another tutorial. If you want to have a look, you can invite agents that are both within our system or agents that you'd like to come in and bid on your property. You can see here it talks about the address, the property reference number, internal, and you've got your details, and that's it. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching another tutorial. If you've got any feedback for us, you can email us at info@vendorbid.com.au, and we hope you get every success out of it.